Hey everyone, welcome back to The Explainer. So today, we're diving into a concept from Steve Chandler, and honestly, it completely flips everything we thought we knew about getting things done right on its head. Usually, we treat motivation as this deeply internal, honestly pretty grueling process, right? But what if it's not? What if the actual secret to finding your own unstoppable drive is to stop looking inward and actually start looking outward? Let me just ask you right off the bat, how do you usually try to motivate yourself? Like when you hit that brutal midday slump or you're staring down a massive project, what's your go-to move? For most of us, it's a completely solitary struggle. We try to dig deep, grit our teeth, maybe blast some intense music in our headphones, and just try to force that internal fire to burn brighter. And man, it is exhausting, isn't it? We treat motivation like it's this hidden battery deep inside us that only we can manually recharge. But the source material we're breaking down today suggests a radically different and frankly, way more effective approach. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, the trap of self-focus. So to figure out how to tap into limitless motivation, we first need to understand what's constantly draining it in the first place. You see, in most of our daily interactions, we're operating in a mental state that actively depletes our energy, and we don't even realize we're doing it. The phrase surrounded by mirrors is Steve Chandler's incredibly powerful, honestly kind of claustrophobic metaphor for how most of us live our daily lives. Just think about it. In almost all our relationships, we stay intensely focused on, well, ourselves. We are endlessly fascinated and frankly often terrified by how we're coming off to other people. We're constantly monitoring what others must be thinking of us at any given moment, like, am I sounding smart enough? Am I being funny? Do I look confident right now? It is literally as if we're walking through life completely surrounded by mirrors, totally unable to see anything but our own reflection staring right back at us. Which brings us to Section 2, the shy egomaniac. Now, what's really interesting about the slide is that this invisible hall of mirrors doesn't just make us anxious, it traps our potential and completely kills our drive. And there's this surprising observation that proves just how deep and paralyzing this trap of self-consciousness really goes. Normally, we look at shyness as a timid, quiet, maybe almost selfless trait, right? But the author cites an observation from Norman Vincent Peale that flips this completely on its head. Peale provocatively observed that shy people are actually the greatest egomaniacs on Earth. No way, right? But think about why. It's because they are so intensely, overwhelmingly focused on themselves. Every single thought they have in a crowded room is about their own performance, their awkwardness, their perception in the eyes of everyone else. It's the ultimate manifestation of being trapped in those mirrors. And you can literally see this extreme self-focus play out physically. I mean, just look at the body language of someone who's feeling shy or deeply self-conscious. They're looking down, they're turning inward. It's a literal curling up with self-consciousness. They make themselves physically smaller, entirely consumed by their own reflection in that imaginary mirror. They're so busy monitoring themselves that they have absolutely zero energy left to be motivated or to actively engage with the world around them. Let's pivot here to Section 3, the wonderful paradox. So the big question, how do we smash those mirrors? How do we uncurl, break free, and actually find that boundless drive? Well, it turns out the very second we stop looking at ourselves and start looking outward, this incredible, expansive growth happens. Steve Chandler introduces this proprietary concept, an idea so powerful he built an entire seminar around it called the relation shift. Formally, it's defined as the act of shifting your focus to the other person in a relationship, leading to personal growth by forgetting oneself. Notice the specific mechanics there. When we actively shift our focus to the other person, something paradoxically powerful happens. By completely forgetting ourselves, we actually start to grow. And to brilliantly illustrate the mechanics of this, the source text brings in a famous concept from John Lennon, instant karma. The profound idea here is that you can have absolutely any experience you want in life simply by giving that exact experience away to someone else first. You want to feel inspired? Go inspire someone. Want to feel motivated? Give someone else the ideas they need for their own self-motivation. It really is instant karma. The energy you pour into them doesn't just disappear into the void. It immediately reflects back and fills your own tank. You generate your own motivation literally by freely giving it away. So the crucial point is captured perfectly here by Spencer Johnson, the acclaimed author of The 1-Minute Salesperson. Take a second to really let this thought breathe. He writes about the wonderful paradox. I have more fun and enjoy more financial success when I stop trying to get what I want and start helping other people get what they want. Let that sink in for a minute. This isn't just some abstract, feel-good philosophy. Johnson is proving the tangible, real-world benefits here. Fun, financial success, true motivation. These things flow abundantly, not when we're obsessively chasing them for ourselves, but when we intentionally turn our energy toward helping others achieve their goals. Let's move on and see how this builds in Section 4, making the relation shift. Because understanding the relation shift intellectually is one thing, but how do we actually execute it on, say, a random Tuesday morning when we're feeling sluggish and uninspired? How do we apply this powerful mindset shift in our everyday lives? Well, Chandler gives us a remarkably straightforward, easy-to-follow blueprint. If you want to be motivated, shift your inspiration to someone else using these exact 3 steps. Step 1, point out their strengths to them. Explicitly and genuinely tell them what they are great at. Step 2, offer encouragement and support. Just be their unabashed cheerleader when they need it most. And Step 3, offer guidance in their own self-motivation. Give them a spark or an idea that helps them get moving. So I want to challenge you right now. Instead of spending 20 minutes trying to psych yourself up in the mirror today, try spending just 5 minutes empowering a colleague, a friend, or a partner using these 3 exact steps. And what happens when you actually do that? Chandler gives us a simple yet almost daring instruction. Watch what it does for you. That is his confident, defiant promise. When you give away your energy, when you shift your inspiration to someone else, you do not deplete your motivation. You multiply it. You stop curring inward, you finally shatter those claustrophobic mirrors, and you open yourself up to the whole world. Seriously, just watch what it magically does for your own drive when you finally stop worrying about yourself. Which brings us to a final thought to close out this explainer today. Who will you motivate today? Don't think about your own to-do list or your own exhaustion for just a second. Think about the people currently in your orbit. Who needs a boost? Who needs you to point out their strengths? Remember, the absolute fastest way to get what you want out of yourself is to help someone else get what they want out of themselves. Go make a relationship today, watch your own motivation naturally soar, and I'll catch you next time.